In the mid-1990s, Pecos, Texas was defined by heavy industry, a working-class oil town operating on machinery, sweat, and rigid mechanical reality. But sitting empty in the middle of town was the abandoned Pecos Hotel. Children who walked past it frequently felt an intense, chilling dread, a sensation adults typically dismissed as a young mind reacting to a frightening facade. Curious shadows and creaking floorboards can be dismissed as atmosphere, but the legend of the Pecos Hotel rests on a specific event, one where the basic laws of motion and gravity failed to apply. Deep inside this specific hotel, a discarded object moved in a way that defied the physical constraints of the room. True paranormal terror rarely comes from the way a building looks. It happens in the exact moment a physical space stops obeying the rules of nature. Years ago, a local named Sergio and a small group of friends decided to test rumors. With the power lines severed decades prior, they navigated the oppressive darkness using only the narrow beams of their flashlights. Their immediate necessity was practical. They meticulously scouted the interior to ensure they wouldn't stumble into living squatters or local police. To cover more ground, the group fragmented. Sergio took the second floor with two others, crouching below the window frames so their flashlights wouldn't alert anyone on the street outside. Their exhaustive sweep confirmed a crucial detail. The group was absolutely isolated. By the time they regrouped on the second-floor landing, they were certain no other living person was inside the hotel. While exploring that upper level, one member of the group noticed a discarded aluminum soda can lying in the dust. With a casual swing of his foot, he kicked it toward the dark staircase. Applying lateral force to a lightweight cylinder over a drop means gravity pulls it downward in an arc, striking multiple steps. Furthermore, hollow aluminum hitting a hard surface creates a distinct, echoing clatter. Missing that acoustic signature is impossible. Basic physics demands both a predictable physical trajectory and an undeniable auditory footprint. Those are the rigid baseline rules of reality. But when the can left his foot, there was absolute silence. No bounce, no metallic echo, nothing hit the ground below. Driven by a need for logical explanation, the confused explorers rushed down to the ground floor, sweeping their lights across the dark floorboards to find where the metal had rolled. They didn't find it. One of the women aimed her flashlight at a nearby shelf. Sitting there, placed perfectly upright and completely undisturbed, was the aluminum soda can. There were no hidden catchers on the stairs, and no other occupants in the hotel. The object's new position defied every physical constraint of the isolated room. Faced with the physical impossibility of that can sitting on the shelf, and overcome by a sudden sense of malevolence, the group abandoned the premises immediately. Years later, the building was renovated and reopened to the public, first as the Pecos Inn, and later as the B&J Hotel and Apartments. The space found a practical utility. It served as housing for the influx of modern oil field workers who needed a place to stay while working the local theater and rigs. The narrator of this account eventually returned to the property as an adult to visit a friend living there, curious if any traces of the old atmosphere remained. The hotel had fresh paint and working utilities, yet standing in one of the rooms, the narrator experienced a distinct, undeniable feeling of being watched by something unseen. Drywall and renovations can obscure a building's history, but they don't change what happened inside. For those who saw the can sitting on that shelf, the hotel remained a place where the physical world didn't quite hold together.